You're welcome.
Miss Dallin, Mr. Hughes is your brother.
Yes.
And I gather from your complaint that you've bailed him out of jail a couple of times.
Yes.
First time you bailed him out of jail was in a dispute involving a girlfriend or something, and you're not asking for reimbursement of that. Second time you bailed him out of jail, you claim it cost you $5,000. You want the money back.
It was actually $5,208.
Well, our limit is $5,000.
Yes.
Mr. Hughes said it was very nice of you to bail him out of jail. He never asked you to do it. A loan was never created. Someone else asked you. Someone by the name of Nancy, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's not you, is it?
Yes.
Oh, Nancy. So, Ms. Dallin, tell me about the second time you bailed him out of jail.
Okay.
When was it?
It actually wasn't bailing him out of jail. It was paying for a defense attorney for him.
Oh. Was he in jail at the time?
No. He was supposed to be in jail, but he took off from Minnesota and came to California.
So he was out on a fugitive warrant?
Yes.
Was he staying with you?
He showed up at my door, yes.
So tell me about the $5,200 and some odd dollars.
So he had this other attorney that was supposed to be a really, really good attorney because he kind of got the shaft on the first attorney. And the attorney said, well, you didn't deserve all the punishment that you got. He had had 3 days left of a 3-year probation. So, and anger management class and all kinds of stuff. So the sentence that he got was horrible. He got another 18 months anger management. He got 3 more years of probation. He got...
Because he did what?
He had alcohol in his system. It was his birthday, and he went out and he had beer, and they were pulled over, and that was a violation of probation. So the judge gave... the judge just like dumped on him and gave him this whole...
Sounds perfect to me.
Big, long...
These are the rules.
Right.
You break the rules, there's a consequence.
So the
they
second
didn't put
attorney...
him on a rack, did they?
Did they what?
Put him on a rack? They didn't put him on a rack.
No.
Go ahead.
So the second attorney said, I know the judge, and I will go and I will talk to the judge for you, but it's going to cost you $5,000. I had already paid for the first one, $3,000. I paid for the home monitoring system. I paid $1,200 in collect phone calls from jail.
Okay, all right, I got, you've been a good sister so far.
So the $5,000, he decides that he's in love with Nancy, who is my best friend of the last 25 years, actually, and he works for her. Her folks own a marina in Lake Minnetonka, and he is the chef there. So,
Nancy called you.
No. Well, we talk every day on the phone. We all talk every day on the phone.
I understand it. Nancy called you and asked you for the money. That's what you said.
Well...
Don't play, Miss Dallin. That's
Nancy
what you say.
Nancy guaranteed the money. She
No,
said she would take it out of...
Listen to me. According to your complaint, you had a conversation with Nancy. You want me to read it to you?
Okay. I had several conversations with Nancy.
I don't care what your conversations were, but just several conversations were. Only one of us can talk at one time. In October 2002, Nancy called and asked that I pay for yet another attorney. Nancy was so distraught, begged and pleaded. So you had a conversation with Nancy about the money.
And I told Nancy no. No.
Go ahead.
Nancy said, I will garnish his wages and make payments. And they did. They made 2 payments on this credit card.
Just a second. So Nancy said, he works for me. I'll put a garnish on his wages.
Yes.
So she...
Guaranteed the money. It's almost like
I know what a garnish... No, I know what a garnishment is. She didn't guarantee the money. She said, as long as he's working here for me, I will garnish his salary so that you'll get the money. Guaranteeing the money is different. Guaranteeing the money is, if he doesn't pay you back, I will.
And then she said, when I sell my house, I will give him the money to pay you off, and then he can make payments to me. That's, to me, sound like a guarantee.
Well, that's different from what you just told me, except she has to sell her house first.
She did sell her house.
Okay.
And I still don't have any money.
So why are you suing your brother?
Because he's the one that borrowed it from me.
So far, I don't have that. So far, I have she borrowed it from you.
She didn't borrow it from me. She encouraged it.
Miss Dallin, you got it all wrong. Madam.
They're multimillionaires. The family is multimillionaires.
Miss Dallin, I want you to pay attention to me. I understand that what you did was you advanced this money. What you are suing for in court is an oral contract. Your oral contract was with Nancy. She may not have benefited from the contract, because he was the one who was in trouble. She may have benefited from it. Let's say she benefited from it because he was a valued employee for whatever reason. And she wanted to ensure that he was going to stay on the job, so she guaranteed the return of your money, even though it wasn't for her immediate benefit.
Well, she wanted to marry him.
Listen to me. That creates a contract. His defense to this is, sure, my sister gave me the money for the attorney, but I never agreed to pay her back.
Yes, he did.
She agreed to pay her back.
He's the one that said he would pay me back.
Well, you never told me that, Miss Dallin.
On it.
No, you never told me that, Miss Dallin. You told me your contract was with Nancy. Now I'll hear you further. You explain to me your contract with your brother. But make sure it's true, because I've already heard the first part of it. So far, I haven't heard anything about your brother.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He made 2 payments on it. That shows faith.
That shows nothing, madam. You gotta sue her, not him.
And later today...
He didn't have my permission to take our daughter over Thanksgiving.
You got drunk and shot a gun off in the house, madam. You didn't flee the house with the clothes on your back. You were stealing your daughter.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. June Dolan says her brother, Paul Hughes, owes for the cost of an attorney. Paul says it was his ex-girlfriend who borrowed the money.
Go ahead.
He needed the money because he was on the run, and he wanted to go back to Minnesota to be with her. They've had this love affair for 25 years, on and off.
Yes.
So he said, I need $5,000. So he had gone out. He knew the attorney. He was going to try to make payments to him. He was going to do whatever he could do to pay off this money. So he asked me for the money. And I said, I don't have $5,000. I'm still making payments on the first
Fine, so you
money.
said no.
So I said, absolutely not. No. So he called, and he called, and he called, and he called back to her, and they sat and tried to work something out to get this money. Finally, he's not going anywhere when he's staying at my house. He's got a sentence hanging over his head. He's running from the law. So Nancy said, come back here and work at the Caribbean. I will garnish your wages, and we'll make the payments to you. So I said...
The contract is with her, not with him.
But he's the one that said, will you loan me the money? I finally said, okay.
No. Listen to me. That's not what happened, Ms. Dallin. What happened was he asked to borrow the money, and you said no. And he asked you again, and you said, no, I'm still paying off the other money. Then your best friend called you, who you know has money, and said, in effect, he's going to come back, he's going to work for me in the restaurant, I'm going to garnish his salary, so you're assured of getting your money.
She guaranteed it.
Then you got to sue her, not him. You have no contract. You have no legally binding contract with your brother. Now, I'm not going into whether or not you have a legally binding contract with Nancy. You may. You may. I don't have to go into that now. She's not a party. You don't have a legally binding contract with your brother because he asked to borrow the money and you said no.
Well, I said no several times. I said no on the first one, and I finally gave in to him.
No, you gave in to her. You rejected his request until she convinced you that she would be good for the money. Then you said okay.
She never said she'd be good for the money. She said she'd take it out of his paycheck and pay it. And he made 2 payments on it. That shows faith.
That shows nothing, madam. You're suing the wrong person. You do not have a legally binding contract with your brother. You rejected his request for the money until she, your friend of 25 years, said to you, I will, in effect, get the money back to you. If it's not through him working at the restaurant, it's when I sell my house and I'm going to give him the money. But your contract was not with him. So you've got the wrong party over there. Try her. That's all. Case dismissed.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She actually had nothing to do with it. Nothing.
I didn't ask her for the money.
Hopefully we can all go out and have lunch or something and talk about it.
I'm not paying the money, so...
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Williams, Dalrymple versus Martin. Step forward, please.
Cashier Carla Williams and her children, 16-year-old Nicholas and 14-year-old Rachel, are suing Carla's ex-boyfriend, house painter Gene Martin, for the return of their belongings. Gene is countersuing Carla for unpaid rent and for shooting a gun in their house.
Why don't you two have a seat? Miss Williams, you and Mr. Martin lived together for about 10 years. You have children. I assume these are your 2 children. Is this your child? Mr. Martin?
Yes, it is.
And you have a child together.
Yes, ma'am.
A daughter?
Yes.
How old?
7.
7.
Okay. Does she live with you?
Yes, she does.
According to your complaint, there was some sort of an altercation with Mr. Martin. You fled the house, and when was that?
December 1st.
And you claim that Mr. Martin, sometime after that, threw away your children's property, these
Yes.
2 children.
Yes.
And you want either the return of that property, which of course he can't give you because he threw it away, or the value of that property. Mr. Martin says that you didn't flee the house after an altercation, but that you had had a fight sometime in November, and that you shot a gun off in the house. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that Mr. Martin took your daughter, and he fled the house. He left, and you were gone for about a week with the child. Is that right?
Yes.
So far, is that correct?
No, ma'am.
After you shot the gun off in the house, what happened with Mr. And that was sometime in November. What happened with Mr. Martin?
It was the day before Thanksgiving, and I had found out Mr. Martin had been seeing another woman, and I got a little inebriated, and I did fire the gun off in the house. My brother and my mother came to get me, and I took my 2 children to Sacramento, and he took the other 2 children. We had plans to go to his mother's house in L.A. for Thanksgiving. He went to L.A. He arrived back Saturday, December 1st.
Okay. So he did take, you didn't spend Thanksgiving together as planned. He did take his son and your 7-year-old daughter, your joint 7-year-old daughter, away for about a week.
For 2 days, Your Honor.
2 days. When you came back, according to you, Mr. Martin, she then took the child and went to her brother's house.
That's correct.
Is that right?
Yeah, but he told me I couldn't be there.
Right, because you had had this major falling out where you shot a gun off in the house. So you took the child, I assume without his permission.
Yes.
And you fled to your brother's house.
Correct.
And he came to your brother's house looking for his daughter, trying to get his daughter back.
Correct.
And whatever property that was left in the house that belonged to your children, because some you got, is the property we're talking about. But that sort of sets it up. Now, that's more the truth than what I got from your complaint, which was, in your complaint, you say that you fled the house with your children and with only the clothes on our backs while he was in the bathroom. The truth of the matter is you was taking your daughter without his permission.
Well, I didn't feel I needed his permission.
Why not?
Well, because he didn't have my permission to take our daughter over Thanksgiving.
You got drunk and shot a gun off in the house, madam. And you weren't taking your daughter for a planned vacation, which is what he did.
It was for Thanksgiving.
You were all supposed to go as a family, except you had a fight. And what you were doing was setting yourself up as the winner in a custody battle by taking physical custody of the child without his permission. I've been a family court judge a long time. I know exactly what you were doing.
When I was there, I was hoping we could reconcile when I came back.
Well, evidently he didn't want to reconcile, and you decided to get the advantage by taking your daughter out of the house, fleeing your house, and going to your brother's house. I'm just saying to you that what you said here in your complaint is not truthful. You didn't flee the house with the clothes on your back. You were stealing your daughter. Now, that was the 1st of December, and if these children want to leave, I think that that's a great idea. They can all go outside, even though this is their property. If they want to go outside, it's certainly fine with me.
You want to stay?
Yeah.
You
Fine.
okay?
Yeah.
How about
Good.
you? Okay.
Good. That was on December 1st. When did you come back to get your property?
Well, I got a restraining order on December 3rd.
Why did you get a restraining order? Who gave you a restraining order?
The judge.
For what?
Because he came down, pushed my kids around, tried to break through my brother's door.
Because you... And a judge gave you a restraining order?
There were other mitigating circumstances that he felt it could be necessary. He also gave me a 3-year restraining order.
I certainly hope not based on that incident.
No, that and several others.
What about a restraining order with regard to him for shooting a gun off in the house? Did he get one against you?
No, ma'am.
Did he apply for one?
Not that I know I'm aware of.
Right. How long did you leave your children's property in the house?
I contacted him on January 8th.
Did you go and get any of your property on January 8th?
No, I did not.
Did you at any time after January 8th go and retrieve property?
I did in April.
On what date? In April?
In April.
So he kept your property from December 1st to April?
No, he told me that the property had been thrown out on January 8th. That there was nothing to get.
So what did you get in April?
Just some stuff that he left behind. Our mutual daughter stuff. There was a couple items of furniture. He kept a lot of the furniture. I paid for it.
You more than exacted your pound of flesh, madam. I don't know the history. I don't know either one of you two people. All I know is that from the bare bones facts that I've heard, there is absolutely no basis for you to have been granted a 3-year protective order against him. And you were trying to get a leg up in what was going to be a disputed custody case on the 1st of December by taking physical custody of your child at all costs. And what he was trying to do was probably not smart, but because you had taken the child and fled, which is what you did, you waited until he went into the bathroom, and then you took the child. But you do acknowledge that,
well,
that he was in the bathroom when you fled. Yes. So he was in the bathroom when you fled with the child. Okay? And what he was trying to do, not smart, is he got furious and he went to try to get the child back. He did not file for a protective order against you for shooting off a gun in the house, getting drunk and shooting off a gun. That requires a protective order.
He's a very abusive man, Your Honor.
He may be. What you did was wrong.
I understand that, but
what you did was wrong. What items do you say he threw out that belonged to your children?
Everything. My son got his PlayStation 2 back and his boom box. My daughter got a couple days worth of clothes.
When did your son get his PlayStation 2 back?
He took it with him. He left after I did.
What do you mean he left after you did?
Jamie and I left, and then my mother and the 2 kids followed behind.
So your mother was part of this scenario that was set up?
It was not set up. I was there to reconcile.
You were there to reconcile?
Yes.
And what happened? You came back and he said...
He said, "What are you doing here?" And then he informed me that I wasn't going to take Jamie anywhere, and that was that, and so...
So what did you do?
After trying to talk to him and seeing that I wasn't going to get anywhere, I took her and left.
Tell me how you did that.
I picked her up, put her in the car, and we drove to Sacramento.
Where was he?
He was upstairs.
So he was upstairs, and what you did was you took your child, rather than going through a civilized court process, you took the law into your own hands. You took the child and fled. It's normal for him to come and try to get the child because you waited until he went upstairs to the bathroom, according to you, and you stole out of the house and went hundreds of miles away. So you abused the court system because then you went into court and said he tried to break down my brother's door to get my child away from me, and you got some judge to believe that without asking enough questions. You got a restraining order. So in my judgment, you abused the system. You didn't come into this courtroom with clean hands, and your case is dismissed. Thank you very much. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Never cheat on her. That's something she came up with.
We were splitting up, and I took my daughter.
After she fired the gun in the house, that's why I left.
I had one bad night after 10 years. It doesn't mean I should lose custody of my daughter.
I just didn't feel like calling the cops on it. I didn't want her to lose her children.
That's funny because he told me I couldn't take her either. Completely done with Mr. Martin. We're not going to waste any more time or energy on him.
Versus Montanez. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Ms. Pantupo, it is your claim that Ms. Montanez assaulted you during a road rage incident.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Montanez said she never touched you. Tell me where and when this happened.
On September 4th, 2004, me and my boyfriend, Michael Chaney, picked up my 16-year-old brother, and we were on our way to lunch.
Stop playing with your papers.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now tell me what happened with the defendant.
I was in the middle lane trying to make a left turn into the shopping center where the restaurant is located on. And then I noticed a truck behind me, a dark blue Ford F-150. Miss Montanez was the driver of the truck, kept honking constantly at me, but I wasn't going to go because I wasn't going to get into a wreck. And then when I finally made the turn, she came really fast right after me. And I thought she was going to hit me. The front of her bumper was, like, right by my driver's side door. And my window was down at the time, and we exchanged a few profanities.
Who said what first?
I said, "What the?" And she started screaming all kinds of bad words at me. And then she reached into my car, grabbed me by my hair, and I felt a couple of punches, and I felt as if she was trying to pull me out of my car by my hair. My boyfriend saw that, and he said, "What is your F problem?" And then he got out of the car, ran around my car. Then Miss Montana saw him coming toward her, so she ran back to her truck. And then my boyfriend then made the 911 call with the tech number, which I have the 911 transcript.
May I see it, please? Okay. Now, after she got back into the car, what did she do?
She parked on the front of the coin laundry and took out her laundry basket as if nothing happened. I was going to start doing her laundry. And I was really shocked at the time. And then my boyfriend got back in the car, and then I can see the other two passengers in her truck, which is that lady and a man in the late 20s or early 30s in her passenger seat. I can see them trying to motion her back in the truck like it's not safe to be here anymore. And then they drove off, and I was so mad after I realized what happened to me. I start following them into the parking lot. And after I followed them to a quarter mile, my boyfriend is still on the 911 call at this time. He told me, he said, "It's okay, it's okay."
Okay, I got it. Now, did you seek medical treatment at any time for your injuries?
Yes.
Do you have a doctor's report?
No, I couldn't get in touch with him.
Okay. Tell me the way you felt.
I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't lay on my left side because my head was hurting really bad, and I get the severe headaches.
How long did that last?
I would say a little bit over a week, and I couldn't go to work for a week because of it.
Okay, Miss Montanez, you want to tell me your version of the events, please?
We were on Singleton Road. It was my daughter's birthday that day, and I had to go to the laundromat to pick up some laundry. And there was a lot of cars going by at the moment when I stopped behind her, and I could see down because my truck is up high, and I could see down, and you could hear their music because it was kind of a warm day, and our windows were down. And I saw her talking to some individual, the passenger in the car, but I figured she just got caught up in her music, like all teenagers, and talking. So I honked my horn.
She's not a teenager.
Well, she looked like one at the time, but she was having a conversation. I honked my horn to let her know to go. She got mad. She stuck her hand out the window and did a profanity and called me an F and B. So I turned in before her into the shop.
Just a second. So what you did is you went around her.
Correct.
Keep going.
I pulled in front of her, and then I made the left turn and parked right in front of the laundromat because there's like an island right there where you can park. I got out of the truck. We started arguing, cursing at each other and everything, and my sister got out of the truck, and I was just like, ugh, I don't have time to deal with this, because I thought they were teenagers. So I turned around and was going to go in the laundromat, didn't even make it in the laundromat, and I heard my sister screaming, "April, April, come on." And I turned around. When I turned around, I saw her boyfriend with rings in his nose, and just the way he looked, it scared me, like a skinhead, and I'm like, oh my God, let's get in the car. So I jump in the truck. When I'm getting in the truck, she has her mace gun. We have a 14-day-old baby in the truck. It was myself, the baby, and then my sister. She's going through the window, and she's doing all like this, but for some oddball reason, the mace had stuck. And my sister's rushing to roll the window up in case she did unstick it. And I said, oh my God, Stephanie, let's go. This is crazy. I can't believe this. I put my truck in reverse, and I backed out, and I went back the same way I come in. She come behind me and was following me, and I was going at a fast-paced speed to get away from her because it scared me.
When did you call the police?
I didn't call the police.
Right. You're telling me that someone tried to mace you in your car with a little tiny baby in the car, following you, a lunatic, and you never called the police?
Well, Your Honor, the reason why I didn't call the police is because I saw her boyfriend. When I was coming back to my truck, he was talking to the 911 officer.
Now, why
and he said, write her tag number down.
Why would you think they would call 911, and at the time they called the police, this is what they reported? They didn't know the person, got mad when they were making a turn into PL. She started screaming, went around, got out, and hit the female in the face and pulled her hair while screaming at the female. He didn't say they're having a screaming match, didn't say anybody took out mace. said, my girlfriend got punched in the face and got her hair pulled, and we don't know who this person is.
And the reason why I didn't call at the time, Your Honor, I did not have my cell phone. I was just nervous, and I was ready to get out of there.
Very good. Now, what?
I have a police report from this incident, and she told a totally different story.
Can I see the police report, please?
To the police. It's a totally different story.
You want to speak? You want to be very careful about what you say. You're the sister, right? Mm-hmm. You're the reason that they didn't follow up and press charges because you confirmed her story. Is that right? Mm-hmm. I want to tell you something. I'm smarter than the police. So you want to risk it? Get up. We understand each other? That requires an answer, yes or no? Yes. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you choose to stand up and testify, or would you like to remain in your seat?
I like to testify.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She beeped the horn. They had me.
How many times did she beep the horn?
It was like 2 or 3 times for her to go.
2 or 3 times. Your sister told me she beeped the horn only once.
And later today,
I accepted the gift if he would stop doing drugs and drinking. He did not.
You were better off without opening your mouth. You were better off just standing there and looking gorgeous.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Pirapon Pontupo says she was assaulted in a parking lot by fellow motorist April Montanez. Pirapon says April tried to pull her out of her car by her hair.
Your name?
Stephanie.
You have a last name?
Imes.
You want to tell me the story?
It's pretty much what my sister said.
It's pretty much what your sister said?
We were going to Kroger's. She was in front of my sister. It was busy coming traffic. She beeped the horn. They had me.
How many times did she beep the horn?
It was like 2 or 3 times for her to go.
2 or 3 times? Your sister told me she beeped the horn only once.
It was like 2 or 3 times for her to go, like a rapid beep for her to go.
So it was 2 or 3 times, but it was like 1 time because it was so fast.
Yeah, it's like a rapid beep.
Right. Okay.
So they had the music going. She beeped the horn. She leaned out of the car. She flicked her off and said some stuff, some cuss words. My sister went ahead because no cars were coming. She went in front of the lady. The car came in behind us. We turned to go towards the laundromat. My sister parked next to the little island. The laundromat is right across from the car. My sister got out of the car. They were arguing back and forth, cussing at each other. Then my sister, I kind of stood out to hear what was going on. My sister walked into the laundromat. I got back in the truck.
Did she carry anything into the laundromat?
I think she had some...
Just a second. Look at me. Did she carry anything into the laundromat?
Yes.
What did she take out of the car?
It was some outfits, I guess. Yes.
Were the outfits in a basket?
No. No.
No basket?
No.
Just things in her hand? Now, what were you going to the laundromat for?
To pick up some clothes, and I think she had to dry clean the clothes that she had for the party. But at the time that I was waiting for my sister, this female came up to the truck as I got back in. She had some mace in her hand, and she was trying to...
Was that before or after your sister hit her?
She didn't hit her.
Yes, she did. Sit down.
Your Honor,
yes, she did. Oh, yes, she did. She hit her, and she pulled her hair. And she was really annoyed. You want to know why I know she was really annoyed? Because she had a 2-week-old baby in the car, and instead of sitting there waiting for traffic to move, she sped up around and went around a car that was waiting to make a left turn and pulled out in front of her. That's something that someone does who has no judgment. And they only do it when they're annoyed.
No, ma'am. I
didn't ask you anything. I listened to you. You know, there's an old expression. If it doesn't make sense, it's usually not true. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Because we've all drivers have been in the same situation that you were in. Sometimes you're behind somebody, and for some reason, they don't make a turn when they're supposed to. The arrow is green. They're waiting, they're talking, they're involved in the phone, they're listening, they're daydreaming, and you're looking and you're saying, that's the only shade of green there's going to be, right? Why isn't this person going? If you have a short fuse, you'll honk the horn a few times, and if that's not successful, you'll peel out, which is what you did. You peeled out with a baby in the car, went around her in order to make a left turn because you thought that there was a clear enough avenue of traffic so that you could make the turn. I believe everything that she says. You had a bad hair day.
No, ma'am, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah,
Can
you
I
did.
show you a disposition
And your sister
of a
got you
jury?
back into the... Listen to me. And your sister got you back into the car because you both saw the boyfriend on the phone with the police. That's what you just told me. A moment ago, you said, I didn't have to call the police because I knew they were calling the police. And if you knew they were calling the police, then you stay there and wait for the police. You don't take off. What you just told me was, I didn't call the police because of this Mace, thinking fast, because he was calling the police. And if somebody is calling the police, and if you are a victim of a crime, you remain there with the doors locked, windows up, you don't get out to go and take your clothes into the dry cleaners.
Because none of this took place, Your Honor. We just argued. We had our words.
Madam, I don't
She tried
believe,
to get me.
Madam, I don't believe you. And I don't believe
can I bring
your sister.
something else to evidence?
Absolutely. Show it to me.
Okay, I have a disposition of a hearing when she tried to file simple battery and simple assault charges, and we went to Gwinnett County courts, and they were dismissed for insufficient evidence as well. Because in the police report, it says that the police officer, there was no physical evidence on the victim other than a few strands of hair that was allegedly pulled out by the suspect.
Listen to me, madam. She's not saying you broke her skin.
But there would have been swelling or something for the officer. This never took place, Your Honor.
I'm telling you, it took place, madam.
It didn't.
Listen, because you got over on a cop, and because you got over perhaps on a district attorney, you and your sister, who wouldn't know the truth if it came up and slapped her in the face, doesn't mean that I have to believe you. Your story doesn't make sense. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,500. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I insulted her race. She insulted mine. She told me she was going to get me.
The defendants, it's worse than a piece of dog.
If you would have saw her boyfriend, like 6 foot tall, earrings, a dragon tattoo on his neck.
He's 6'2", but he also weighed as much as she does, which is they both weighed 185 pounds.
I was just in a rush to get out of there because in Atlanta, people have been shot by road rage.
It's just that she's a lying...
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Ortega versus Gutierrez. Step forward.
Computer technician Netza Ortega is suing his ex-girlfriend, 26-year-old customer service rep Maribel Gutierrez, for unpaid loans to get her hair done and for the return of a promise ring.
Oh, Mr. Ortega. The romance is over. You want your jewelry back, and you want some money that you loaned to the defendant while you were together.
That's correct.
Ms. Gutierrez says you often gave her money. There was never any mention of a payback. And the jewelry you want back were gifts that you made to her, and you're not entitled to them back.
I feel that it's entitled back to me because they were actually a symbol of a relationship.
All right, let's take the simple ones first. The loan. When do you claim, and what year did you make her the loan?
June of this year, and it was to get her hair done, and it was for $50.
What's next,
Okay,
Mr. Ortega?
after that, it was another loan for $50 to get her hair done.
Get over it, Mr.
And then after that, it was another $40, and that was
to get her nails done?
No.
Manicure, pedicure.
No, that was actually
facial,
to get her
leg wax, whatever.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Let's get to the jewelry.
Okay, the jewelry was given to her in April.
Did she go shopping with you for the jewelry?
No.
You went by yourself?
I went by myself.
And you went to a store and you picked out what kind of jewelry?
A promise ring. It was a butterfly made of diamonds.
And what else?
And then a month later, after I paid off the ring, I got her a matching pendant that went with it.
How much did you pay for all this?
About $325 total.
$325.
Yes.
So we're not exactly talking the Hope Diamond here.
No.
Is that right? Mr. Ortega.
Yes.
Is this your first girlfriend?
No, it's not.
How many girlfriends have you had?
I've had about 4.
Did you buy them gifts?
I bought them gifts.
And then you broke up with them?
Yes.
Did they give you back the gifts?
No, because I didn't ask them for those because they weren't actual agreements. The promise ring was an agreement that we would stay in a monogamous relationship. And now that it's over, I deserve that. I should get it back.
Wait 1 second.
Miss Judy?
Just 1 second. When you gave her the ring, what did you say to her?
I said, this is a promise that we would stay in this relationship.
You made her a promise?
Yes.
That's nice.
And she agreed to take it.
Mr. Ortega.
Yes.
Grow up, sir. Okay. You're dying to say something.
Yes, I am.
Go ahead.
We made a promise that he would stop drinking, doing drugs, and I accepted the gift if he would stop doing drugs and drinking. He did not. Accidentally, I don't know what happened to the gift. It got
that's
lost.
Not true.
Listen to me. You were better off without opening your mouth.
Okay.
You were better off just standing there and looking gorgeous. Mr. Ortega.
Yes.
Get over it. Put a period. Move on.
Okay.
If you want a ring that comes back to you, you buy a diamond.
It was diamond.
Nice, listen to me. No, not a butterfly.
Diamonds.
Not a butterfly, Mr. Ortega. You buy a single diamond and you have it set in a very nice setting, and then you say, I want you to marry me.
I did.
Listen to me. I'm speaking.
At one point, though, I did.
I'm speaking.
Okay.
Will you marry me? This is an engagement ring.
We weren't
not
engaged.
a promise ring. I don't care if you were engaged or not. Listen, I've gotten engaged without a ring, too. Once or twice.
Okay.
A ring, the solitaire, Mr. Ortega, not a butterfly.
Actually, it was a princess cut.
Bye, Mr. Ortega.
He was using drugs.
I treated her well.
I have a 2-year-old son. I'm not going to deal with this.
Total lies. I totally respected her and her son.
Didn't want me to talk to my friends.
Not at all. I would let her go out and do her thing with her friends.
We used drugs and not remember anything he would tell me. He was always verbally abusive to me, and I'm not going to take that because I have a 2-year-old son, not from him. So, I mean, I'm not going to deal with that.
Versus Duncan. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Ms. Vincelli, Mr. Duncan is the boyfriend of your former neighbor.
Right.
Is that right, sir?
Yes.
And evidently, there was some difficulty that existed between you and your neighbor and the boyfriend. And you were in court about this difficulty. And it is your claim that sometime after the court proceeding, Mr. Duncan went out to the parking lot and vandalized your car. Mr. Duncan says he did not do that. Right?
Yes.
Who is this?
This is my mother.
Who is this?
This is Yvonne O'Connor, my witness, and my son, Bo, who is also a witness.
Okay. What were you in court for?
We were there on a civil harassment matter. Gregory and his girlfriend against myself, my son, and my husband.
What was the civil harassment case for, Mr. Duncan?
We've been harassed. My girlfriend has been harassed for over a year now from her and her whole family. She files claims, seems like weekly or monthly, against them, against her whole family, her mother, her father, everyone.
The plaintiff files claims against your girlfriend.
Yes.
And her whole family.
Yes.
And as a
yes.
And as a result of those claims that she files against your girlfriend filed a harassment case against her and her family.
Yeah, we were trying to get restraining orders that day.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Did they have a restraining order against your girlfriend?
No, they don't. Not that I know of.
Is that right?
I have one against her mother.
Just against her mother, but not against the girlfriend.
Right.
And your girlfriend was trying to get a restraining order against the plaintiff and her family. That's what you were doing in court?
Yes.
Were you there as a party or a witness?
I was trying to get one too, so I guess as a party.
How did you allege that Miss Vincelli and her family harassed you?
There had been a couple different incidents, one at her house in Chatsworth and a few other things.
Well, right now you haven't given me an answer. I asked you what kind of harassment against you.
There was a time when they cornered us, and her husband, who was a very large man, said for me to get out of my car and to fight him and do things like that. And we have pictures.
That's not her. I'm talking about her. You said you were trying to get a restraining order against her. That's what I want to know. What did she... I'm not interested in her husband. I'm interested in what she did.
I guess nothing.
Okay, and were you trying to get a restraining order against her, Mr. Duncan?
Yes, I was.
So you acknowledge that she didn't do anything to warrant a restraining order?
Okay, she did, but I can't think of it right now because I go to school every day and I'm probably not as prepared for this as I should be.
You have to be prepared. This is your time, Mr. Duncan.
I know it is.
All right. Here we go. You were in court, and what happened when you were in court, Miss Vincelli?
They were explaining their story to the judge, and then the judge asked us our side, and we started to speak, and Mr. Duncan got very irate and told the judge to F off and other explicitives, and he kicked open the door, and we continued with the case with his girlfriend.
Did you leave the courtroom that day, Mr.
I did,
Duncan?
and I did not tell the judge what she said. I said...
What did you say?
I was getting frustrated because she was saying I'd been arrested and I have a completely clean record and never been arrested in my entire life. I said to the judge, she's lying. I've never been arrested. She's lying about this. The judge told me to stop and to just let her talk. And I said, I mean, she's allowed to lie. I was getting really frustrated and I left the courtroom, yes. And I cussed, I yelled, but I didn't say anything in particular to the judge. But I was getting very frustrated because...
You have a temper problem, Mr. Duncan?
90% of the time, no. With this family, it seems like I do, yes.
How old are you, sir?
I'm 19.
Mr. Duncan, have you ever been in a court before you were in court with Miss Vincelli?
No.
Never been in a court setting before?
Can I speak?
No.
As a witness?
No.
Since I was with him when he did leave?
No, you can't speak now.
Okay.
I'm trying to explain to your son that in court, everybody gets a chance to speak and tell their story. First one side, and then the other side. And what the judge was explaining to him was, when Miss Vincelli is finished, he will have an opportunity to respond. But don't interrupt her. Don't call her a liar. You will have an opportunity to speak. That's what the judge was saying to you, and you were getting frustrated.
That's not what she was saying, though. It's not. I'm sorry, it was what she was saying.
You just told me she was saying, don't interrupt her, let her speak.
She wasn't saying that. She was just... Never mind. Okay,
well,
I'm sorry.
Tell
That's
me what
she was
saying, Mr. Duncan.
I don't remember. I'm sorry. I don't know what she was saying. I have a bad memory.
Okay, so you left the courtroom. Now, how was your car damaged, Miss Vincelli?
He kicked the front bumper off on the driver's side. He keyed down the driver's side door. There's a fist mark on the hood, and then another fist mark on the top of the car.
Did you witness this, Miss Vincelli?
When we came out of court, he was screaming and yelling in the parking lot. He ran towards my car. We couldn't see him anymore, and all of a sudden we heard this noise, and he's screaming and he's kicking the bumper, and then all of a sudden he ran towards the street area.
Mr. Duncan, did the police ever question you with regard to this vandalism?
No, they didn't, and it was also said on something that she gave that she asked if I wanted to pay this $1,800, which I was never contacted about this.
I didn't get to anything yet about $1,800.
Okay. Sorry.
Do you have any other witnesses to the vandalism?
Yes, I did. They were walking out with me when this happened.
Step up, please. This is your son?
Yes, it is.
How old are you?
19.
You're her friend?
Yes.
You were there with her that day?
Yes, I was.
What happened when you left the courthouse?
We walked out to the parking area. The sheriffs were talking to the defendant's mom and the other person's mom. We saw
him. His girlfriend's mother?
Yes. The sheriffs were speaking with them, and we were walking out to the parking lot to our cars. We saw him run out to Miss Vincelli's car, screaming and yelling. I turned to the sheriff and said, "Hey, can you help us out here? He's running towards our car. We need some kind of protection." And they said, "Oh no, he's leaving." And we saw him run to the car, kick the bumper, and run off. And that's when the sheriff said, "See, he's leaving." And that's what happened.
And you, sir, if I would ask you the same question, would you give me the same answer?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Have a seat. Do you have photographs of the car?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see them, please.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He was having difficulty controlling his emotions.
He was having difficulty controlling his temper, just like he is now. Uncross your hands, Mr. Duncan.
And later today...
What kind of clothes were you wearing?
I do not recall at the time.
Well, were you wearing jeans? Were you wearing a tuxedo? Were you wearing a SpongeBob costume? What were you wearing?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Kimberly Vincelli claims her BMW was vandalized by Gregory Duncan. Gregory denies the charge and claims Kimberly has been harassing him and his girlfriend.
Would you show these to Mr. Duncan, please? All right, Mr. Duncan, I'll hear you.
Well, now I guess we both get an opportunity to see what these pictures are about, because this is the first we have heard even what the specifics are.
I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you that. Were you present when your son came out of the courthouse that day?
Yes, I was. I exited the court with him. He did not kick the door open. I went out with him. We did discuss the situation that occurred inside the courtroom with the bailiffs on the outside. He did walk away at that point. I watched him walk away. His friend had called him on his cell phone and was picked up and taken home. And the bailiff situation that they're referring to, they asked for the bailiff to escort them to their vehicle because they were afraid.
What were they afraid of, Mrs. Duncan?
Because, as they want to say, he was screaming and yelling. He was not screaming and yelling, but
Miss Duncan.
This was a restraining order issue.
Miss Duncan, I'm speaking.
So,
I'm speaking. Has your son been under psychiatric care at any time in his 19 years?
No.
Is he currently taking any medication?
No.
You were in a courthouse with him, and clearly, when he was in that courthouse, he behaved inappropriately. Would you say that that is correct?
Yes.
That he could not control his temper. In a courtroom, would you say that's correct?
I would say that he was having difficulty controlling his emotions because
he was having difficulty controlling his temper.
He was being falsely accused.
He was having difficulty controlling his temper, just like he is now. Uncross your hands, Mr. Duncan. Civilized people behave a certain way, Mrs. Duncan. And what you're not supposed to do is you're not supposed to make excuses for an adult child who has behaved badly. That's not to say that your son is a bad person. I don't think he's a bad person necessarily. I think that his girlfriend and he have had some difficulties with the plaintiff, and it was trying to be resolved in an orderly fashion in a court setting. And your son could not control himself, which should leave a parent with some pause. I've had 5 children who were 19 years old. If any of my children couldn't control themselves in a courtroom, believe me, I would say, I got to get this child some help. He can't control himself now. Don't you see that?
I wanted to say something, and I have a feeling I'll forget before I say it.
Go ahead.
Do you have any daughters or just sons?
Both.
You have both. Have you ever had anyone say to your daughter, I'm going to rape you outside of your class because you get out of school at night? Have you ever had your daughter go out to her car at night after her night classes and see her tires slit? Because that's what happened to my girlfriend. Her son has said those things many times.
Mr. Duncan.
It's very irritating.
Mr. Duncan, has the plaintiff ever said anything to you or your girlfriend that would have required or given you license to behave the way you did in a courtroom? I'm not talking about her son. I'm talking about the plaintiff.
Yeah, she called and left a message that we're going to get him. We're going to get him. After this court thing happened.
I'm not talking about after, sir. I'm talking about before. Oh, God. Okay. Miss Duncan, listen to me, madam. I think that you're not seeing the entire picture here. I think that you're being very short-sighted with your son's needs. I believe that your son needs some help. I've been in this business for over 30 years. I'm telling you, he needs assistance. And if he were my 19-year-old son, I would see to it that he gets that assistance, even if it's just anger management assistance. But I think he needs it. Clearly, he has a problem with his memory, as he's indicated.
I said that to you.
Shh, 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 shh. Mr. Duncan. Shh.
God.
As he's indicated. Do you see? He has a problem, Mr. Duncan. I don't think he's a bad young man, but I think that you're being short-sighted if you don't help him. What's the damage to the car?
They came back between $2,600 and $2,900, but I only sued for $1,800.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,800. That's all. Thank you.
Can I read now, please? Sure.
I think it's self-explanatory, and I think she did the right thing.
It's actually fairly ridiculous that somebody would have to do this to somebody.
That was mild today. He was on good behavior.
It's just amazing to me.
I hope it's the end of it.
I sure hope so. I really do sure hope so.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Frazier versus Sykes, step forward.
20-year-old student Donald Frazier is suing fellow student 20-year-old Eric Sykes for ruining his Dell laptop. Donald claims during a night of heavy drinking, Eric urinated on the computer.
You gentlemen go to college?
Yes, ma'am.
What school are you going to at the time of this incident?
College of Charleston, South Carolina.
And you?
College of Charleston.
And you?
They're the same, ma'am.
You belong to a fraternity, Mr. Frazier.
No,
you?
ma'am. No, ma'am.
You?
No, ma'am.
So you get drunk, dumb, and stupid all on your own. Is that what we're talking about?
College student Donald Frazier says while in a drunken stupor, fellow student Eric Sykes urinated on his laptop computer.
Hi, Mr. Frazier, it is your claim that while he was drunk and in a stupor, Mr. Sykes, after an evening of partying, was at your house and ruined your computer. And Mr. Sykes says, A, I don't remember ruining your computer. B, you have no proof it was me. It could have been other people there, and I don't know why you picked me. And for that, I say amen, because I don't know why you picked me. So you want to tell me in 30 seconds or less, Mr. Frazier, how Mr. Sykes damaged your computer and how you know it was Mr. Sykes that damaged your computer rather than one of your other drunken friends.
Okay. I went to sleep. Eric was sitting back.
This is Eric.
This is Eric, yes. Eric was sitting back in a chair, seemingly passed out. And what I found when I woke up was Eric sleeping on a couch 10 feet from my computer. My computer was on a white mini fridge like this. I went to my computer to turn on some music, and I found something wet on it. And I thought it maybe was water or a drink. Got closer, started to clean it up, smelled it, and realized that it was neither water or a drink. It was urine. And this was very disturbing to me. I woke everybody up.
How many people did you wake up?
My roommate.
And where was your roommate?
I shared a room with one of my roommates. He was in his bed. And my other roommate had his own room. He was in his bed.
And how long had you been drinking the night before?
I hadn't been drinking extensively because I had to be at work. I had to get up before everybody else.
What's extensively?
I probably had 3 beers.
And what about your two roommates? Were they drinking with you?
Mm-hmm.
Were they still sleeping when you got up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is this one of your roommates?
No, this is my witness, Daniel, who...
Oh, good. So we have a witness to him urinating into your computer.
Well, 4 days...
Well is not an answer.
4 days after this incident, Daniel woke up to the sound of Eric peeing on his coffee table under the same circumstance, very intoxicated.
So what you're suggesting is that Mr. Sykes needs a roadmap to the potty.
Yes, ma'am. If you, my picture here?
No, I don't want to see the picture.
Right.
It's on top of that. What you're suggesting is because it was a white refrigerator, he got confused.
Yes, ma'am.
It's possible.
Okay.
It's possible. Go ahead.
When we woke up, Eric said 3 things that were most important. He said he did not remember being there, that he did not know where he was when he woke up, and after discussing it, after waking everybody up, he said that he thought that he probably did it. And at this point, I was going to do everything I could to make sure that the computer maybe could work. I dried it out to make sure, because I wanted to fix it, you know, even if it had urine.
All right, I hear you. Did you have an accident on his computer?
Not to my knowledge, ma'am.
So you don't know. You were too drunk to know what you were doing the night before. Is that what you're telling me?
Like you said, I didn't recall coming to his house.
Well, let me ask you this question. When you got up in the morning, Eric, you were wearing your clothes?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of clothes were you wearing?
I do not recall at the time.
Well, were you wearing jeans? Were you wearing a tuxedo? Were you wearing a SpongeBob costume? What were you wearing? You woke up in the morning. Were your pants wet?
No, ma'am.
Was your fly zipped?
To my knowledge, yes.
Well, when you got up, did your pants fall down?
No.
Anything else you want to tell me, Mr. Frazier?
There's a lot of things on the computer beyond the cost of the claim, such as pictures and things that'll be gone unless...
Your first problem is you haven't established that old Eric here peed on your computer.
Eric knows he did it. All his friends know that he did it. He admitted it to me that morning, but he didn't want to...
Mr. Frazier, listen to me. In court, you need proof. And the fact that he was drunk and in the room doesn't mean that that's sufficient proof for a court that he damaged your computer. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, it's not the kind of case where we're going to take DNA evidence to establish the case. You could, perhaps, if you wanted to, but you didn't do that.
I figured it was maybe more expensive than the computer itself.
It may have been, but certainly on the facts that you've presented to me today, it is very possible that old Eric here is the culprit. Right, Eric?
It's possible.
But this is a court. We don't deal in possibilities. We deal in proof. And you don't have any proof. And the fact that 4 days later he was peeing on somebody else's coffee table is not proof.
Under the same conditions, highly intoxicated.
What can I tell you? You should have closed your computer and put it away. Now, if Eric knows that he damaged your computer and he looks like a nice young man, maybe he would want to contribute to a new one for you. But I certainly, from a judicial standpoint, can't find him guilty because you don't have any proof that he is guilty other than the fact that he was drunk and sleeping in the living room. Got it? Case is dismissed, that's all.
Why you got excused? You step out.
I know he did it. All of our friends know he did it.
We had been partying. Sure, I got wasted.
He said that he probably did it.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I did my best. I brought a witness that had seen him pee on his coffee table.
It's just 2 wasted nights.
It's just unfortunate that I'm gonna have to pay for this myself.
I feel horrible about the computer.
I was obviously pretty angry.
I wish it wouldn't have gone down the way it went down.
This is not an attack at Eric's character.
I feel no shame or embarrassment. I'm not too worried about what folks think about me. I'm me and I like it.
He's a nice guy. He messed up.
I hate the relationship between me and Donald now.
It does bother me. Of course.
We were better friends, and now it's just, it's impossible to be friends.
What are you gonna do?
I think it'll be a funny story years down the way.
आशिक हूँ तेरा राजा बाजार का, लगता है मुझको नशा ये प्यार का। आशिक हूँ तेरा राजा बाजार का, लगता है मुझको नशा ये प्यार का। मुस्कुरा के बात करती हो, आदतें खराब करती हो। ना दिखो बेताब लगता हूँ, आशिक बेहिसाब लगता हूँ। ऐसा नशा है तेरे दीदार का, आशिक हूँ तेरा राजा बाजार का। लगता है मुझको नशा ये प्यार का। जिंदगी हसीन लगती है जब ये जालिम प्यार होता है। सांसों में सांस आती है जब तेरा दीदार होता है। नखरा है ऐसा मेरी सरकार का, आशिक हूँ तेरा राजा बाजार का। लगता है मुझको नशा ये प्यार का। नखरा इसका टॉप पर आती है टिकटॉक पर, नैनो से है नैन मिलाती, लड़कों के है दिल जलाती। पिंडी में है चर्चा इसका, मीरा जितना खर्चा इसका। मैंने बोला इसको मेट्रो में बिठाऊंगा, कैपिटल ले जाऊंगा, F7 भी घुमाऊंगा, मोनाल भी दिखाऊंगा, सेंटोरस भी ले जाऊंगा। आशिक हूँ तेरा राजा बाजार का, लगता है मुझको नशा ये प्यार का। मौसमों की बेकरारी को आजमा के जान जाओगी। हिज्र की आजमाइश में एक दिन पहचान जाओगी। कहना है मेरे दिल बेकरार का, आशिक हूँ तेरा राजा बाजार का। लगता है मुझको नशा ये प्यार का।